my Foxy family, and thank you so much for joining me here on my channel today. In today's video, we are going to be going over my 3-year review with the wonderful Liptiful Tools, and I am like more than ecstatic to be making this video for you guys today. I actually had been planning to make this video for a while now, and I was so excited to go over my 3rd year with Liptiful Tool. I always get lots of questions on my Liptiful. I uploaded my very first review of the Liptiful Tool in July of 2014. That was 3 years ago, well, almost 3 years ago, but close enough. It was 3 years ago, and this product came to me. I was fortunate enough to be sent this product. I cried. I literally cried because it was really one of the first times a company had kind of stepped out and taken a chance on me, and it was a company that I felt was a lot way bigger than I should have been getting free products from. And Joe sent me my first Liptiful tool, and the first time I used it, I burst into tears. And I have not taken pictures of my makeup yet, so we are not going to cry in this video today, okay? I had been struggling for years with the size of my lips, and I have always known that lip injections aren't for me. A, my fear of needles, B, the cost, and C, the fact that it is not long lasting. It doesn't last forever. It's something that you have to keep getting done, and I know I can't afford to just continuously get lip injections throughout my entire life. And again, the thought of a needle just I think I would rather die. So when I used Liptiful for the very first time, and I saw that I could get big, plump, lush lips without actually having to get lip injections, tears just came running down my face. I thought, hallelujah, my just self-confidence has been saved. And I'm not saying that you need to change things about yourself to be confident, but for me personally, I did. And so what? That's something I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit. My lips are always a sensitive area for me, and it's something that I wanted changed that I didn't like. And the fact that I can do that and it's not permanent, that it's just something that I can kind of like turn on and off whenever I want to, I absolutely love that idea. So the very first Liptiful that I ever received was this rose guy here. This is the large rose, and it's a little bit beaten up over the years of me using it and abusing it. This guy has gotten the most use. I also received this guy. This is the heart-shaped tool, and I believe this one is a medium. It's a little bit smaller. Excuse the makeup on this one, but this one and this one, you can see the size difference. This one's large. I believe this is a medium, and there's a small size as well. But these were my first sets of tools. So I was going to be doing a review for you guys anyway on my 3-year update, because over the year, since I have done my last review, I have of course gotten questions. I love getting questions about Liptiful tools, and I would love to answer most of those questions in this video today. But I was fortunate enough to get contacted by Joe, and Joe was so sweet that she sent me some new tools. Partially, I think because my tools are a little outdated. They no longer make this type of rose. This is the new rose guy they make. Very similar, but it's not as deep, I believe. Yeah, it's definitely not as deep, but it is about the exact same size around. It's the large on the inside, which I'm so excited about. And I've just got to say, like, I'm so freaking excited to have the black rose, because this is just, oh, they're seriously gorgeous, right? Like, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. She also sent me one of these guys, a set of lips on your lips, and this again is black, and this one actually has glitter in it, and it is so freaking cute. I just love this, the lips over the lips. I think those ones are so funny. Like, and then she also sent me this one, and it is actually like a little square guy with the butterfly. So first, what I am going to do with the tools, and I am going to be using my new rose tool because this is my faithful, like this is the one I use the most, so I think it's only appropriate to do my new updated review with the new version of my favorite Liptiful tool. So I am going to show you how it is I plump my lips, also the result, and then because I get asked the most how long my lip plump lasts, I am actually going to show you the immediate results after, and then about an hour afterwards, my lips kind of settle and are what they are going to be for the next couple of hours. I'm going to demonstrate, show you the results, and then after they kind of settle into what they're going to be for the long term, then I am going to show you the rest and answer a bunch of questions. So let's get into the demonstration. Okay, I have pulled you up close here so you can make sure you see all of the results. And of course, all Liptiful tools come with a little instruction booklet, but I am going to just tell you what it is that I know and how I personally do it, which is pretty much what's in there. But okay, okay. So if this is your very first time ever using a Liptiful tool, you're only gonna wanna do this for about 10 seconds. Also, if you cannot achieve the suction that you need to hold it there without using your hands, don't be afraid to just use your finger to help keep that on and in place so that it doesn't fall off and you can make sure you get the full effect of the Liptiful tool. This is not one of those tools that you really have to create a big suction on. That is one of the things I like about Liptiful. Just give a light suction on your lips and kind of let your lips fill out inside of the tool, if that makes sense. So you're gonna put your lips in, create a tiny bit of suction. I like to basically make a kiss inside the tool itself just to get enough suction to keep it there, and then really start working your muscles. That's what I love about the Liptiful tool, is that it's about working the muscles around your mouth and building those up, as opposed to just drawing all the blood to your lip and having 500 different blood vessels burst and just actually creating damage to your lips. So make sure that you are literally just giving a light bit of suction. You should never have it pop off your lips, and it should never hurt. Also, while it's on, if you want to give some extra build to those muscles, while it is on the lips, move it and rotate it around your mouth and kind of move your mouth and muscles with it. I feel like this is almost like sit-ups for the muscles around your mouth, if that makes sense. And like I said, you are going to want to start out doing 10-second intervals. After about a year, I got up to around a minute mark. About 2 years, I would do it for a minute and a half, and now at 3 years, I just do it until I feel like my lips are ready. I kind of feel like I know when they're ready. That can be up to 2 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on my mouth, and I am going to show you the results after. Okay, when I very first take my tool off, I'm gonna move my nose ring, flip it up. You're gonna see I have a little bit of a mustache. That is actually just my makeup. If I don't have makeup on, I don't get any sort of ring. So what I'm gonna do really quick is I like to take a sponge, kind of fluff my makeup and move it back down so we don't have that ring. And this slight tiny bit of ring that we have left is just the impression from it, and that will go away with in 3 minutes, if that. So this is my plump lips after. And because my top lip isn't quite as plump as it normally is, I'm actually gonna go back in with this guy and just use it on the top lip and see if I can't get my top lip plumped like I like it normally. Okay, now my top lip looks a lot more like I like it too. Just that extra bit of lift in the top of the lip, and woo! Yeah, so now I'm actually gonna apply some lipstick so you guys can see what my lips look like with the lipstick on as well. Okay, so now what I am going to do is I'm actually gonna go take pictures and give my lips enough time to kind of deflate a little. The question that I get asked the most is, how long do my lips stay like this? This only lasts for maybe an hour. But after my lips have settled in and they kind of bottomed out, I will show you what my lips look like after that, and that is what they stay like for up to 4 to 6 hours. So I am going to let my lips settle for a little bit, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when they have kind of deflated just a little bit and they are not quite as full, but they are still nice and plump. And yes, so I will be back in just a short time. Okay, so it has roughly been about 1 hour and my lips have finally settled into what they are going to look like for the next like 4 to 6 hours. But this, and I'll zoom you guys in, this now is what my mouth looks like, and I have just, the only thing that changes really is I've lost the like bulbousness, like that extra bit of plump in the lips. They're not as full, but they're still as large. Like I still have that muscle is still working and it is nice and plump. It's just that the blood flow has kind of subsided, so it's not as full. So I'll give you a side by side. And hopefully you can notice it's also easier for me to talk. My lips, when they are very freshly plumped, it's a little bit hard for me to talk just because I'm not used to my lips being like that full and that plump, so I do get a little bit of almost like a lisp happening, but once they are like this, I can talk normally and everything goes back to normal and is fine. I get asked quite a bit if my actual natural lips have changed at all, and yes, they absolutely have changed. It is not some big, huge, drastic change, but to me it is, because I have just struggled my whole life with these thin little tiny chicken lips. And now with the Liptiful tool, after using it for 3 years, my natural lips have literally built up muscle around my mouth, and my smile lines have even gotten, like the smile lines that I was starting to develop have lessened because of the amount of use of the Liptiful tool. I don't get chapped lips as often, and my lips generally look a lot smoother. So I have so many great benefits, whether my lips are freshly plumped or whether they have not been plumped for hours and I am just sitting resting with my natural lips. The next question I get asked is, some people have come to me with the question of a line above their lip when they are done liptifuling. I would say if you have a line that is lasting more than just a few minutes after you have liptifuled, you are doing something wrong. You are sucking too hard, or you are sucking too long before your lips are ready for that. I personally made that mistake a long time ago, probably about maybe a few months into using the Liptiful. I just was like, well, what'll happen if I just leave it on for a few minutes? Like, and let me tell you, I had a bruise. I had a weird indent above my lip. It was awful. It was horrible. And that was after a few minutes. So maybe you might be doing it a little bit too long. I personally do not experience this. I will just have a slight like line of demarcation just from where it's been setting, like where it's made that indent into my upper lip. But it goes away after just a few minutes, and sometimes I don't get it at all depending upon how long I liptiful. The longer I liptiful, the more harsh that indent is. So I would say you might just be doing it a little bit too long if you are getting an indentation above your lip. I do not experience that with the Liptiful, but I absolutely have with other lip plumping tools. Another question that I get asked is, have I used other lip plumping devices? And the answer is absolutely yes. I have been sent by 4 different brands, 4 other brands besides Liptiful, different lip plumping devices, and I have to say, I have not liked any of them. 2 of the brands that I tried actually left huge bruises on my mouth, and I was told by the companies that, well, once you use it long enough, you'll stop getting the bruise. And I'm thinking, no, that's crazy. One of the brands I used actually caused my lip to slit, like it caused it to like split open. I was not okay with that. And the other brand that I used really didn't work very well. So yes, I have absolutely used other brands. I don't feel comfortable like showing them off and bashing them, so I'm not going to say them or show them in this video. If you have followed me long enough, you may have seen them pop up, and you won't see them pop up ever again. That's because I don't enjoy them. What I really truly love about the Liptiful tool is I feel like it is absolutely the safest out of all of the lip plumping devices. And I say this because you can only plump so much. So even when I did over plump my lips, it was nothing compared to the 2 others that actually caused me to like bruise around my mouth. Those bruises lasted almost an entire week. Where the Liptiful tool, it just kind of broke a few blood vessels, and then maybe 3 days later it was all gone again. It wasn't like a huge bruise like somebody punched me in the mouth. But the other two did, because they didn't have something to stop my lips from continuing to expand. With these, they only allow your lips to get so big and then it stops. There's nowhere else for your lips to go. They can't get any bigger than this little hole, which is what I love. And I feel like now, after 3 years of using my Liptiful tool, that's kind of how I know when mine are ready. I actually have built up the tolerance so that when I feel my lips kind of hitting inside of the Liptiful tool, I know I am ready to go. I'm done. I am done Liptifuling. My lips are as plump as they need to be, and I'm good to go. And if you ask me my favorite style, whether it's the heart, the rose, the lips, I'm definitely gonna say the rose is still my favorite. With something like this or something like this, it's more for like a focused area. If I am wanting to focus like earlier on my upper lip, I'd use something like this or like this. But with the rose, I just love that it's like my all over mouth and I can just do it in one kind of feel swoop and I am done, I'm good to go, I'm plump, and I'm on the run. So after 3 years of using my Liptiful tool, I am still in love. I am still telling my Foxy family, yes, you should absolutely get these if this is something you're interested in. If you have been looking at other brands and you're wondering which one to get, my personal suggestion is for Liptiful Tools. Not only are you buying from such an amazing family, you are supporting that amazing family, you're also getting a tool that I personally feel is the safest out there. It is one that is not going to overplump, it is not going to bruise, and it's actually going to healthily build that muscle and give you long-lasting effects that will literally last for, I mean, I'm assuming this is gonna last on me forever, so, or you know, fingers crossed. So far, so good. If you guys have any questions as to where you can get yourself a Liptiful tool, I of course am going to have all of the links down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not yet a member of our Foxy family. Also, if you enjoyed this video at any point in time, please don't forget to slap me a thumbs up. It helps me out greatly. It helps us grow our Foxy family, reach the world with our big old paws. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and I can't wait to see you in the very next one. So, okay, I love y'all faces and I will see you later. Well, okay, bye.